And then, of course, there was a failed parade to Gaza, which, if you didn't see it, it wouldn't surprise me. It's not like it made the news, but it did make the rounds on Twitter. Leftist activists on the global march to Gaza were surprised by the fact that Egyptians were hostile to them. Dozens of the protesters were detained and deported. And there was one particularly white woman that went viral who was just like, couldn't believe that her freedoms that she has in the West were not being applied to her in Egypt.
I'm on the global march to Gaza in Egypt. We were stopped at a checkpoint. They took our passports. They've detained us. I'm going to show you. They put us in a barrier like animals. Look how they've locked us in. They've locked us all in. These are all activists. These are all people. We are activists from multiple countries, and they've brought the army. They've brought armed cars. They are going to take us back to the airport to deport us. We have done nothing wrong.
To all Canadian activists that are thinking about going there, you have no idea what you're getting into.
They have beaten people. I have seen one woman that was beaten in her face in front of me. They didn't leave time to grab the luggage or anything. This is a very shocking incident.
Just the audacity, the absolute hubris of a Western person traveling in any other part of the world. It's just always shocking when you encounter it in the wild.
Yeah.
Someone on X described it as Western savior syndrome. The Egyptians were pissed. They were beating them with sticks and literally like yanking their limbs. And the protesters are shocked at how they're being treated in Egypt. How do they think they'd be treated in Gaza, by the way? Egypt won't take a single fucking refugee from Palestine. A fact that people in the West seem to forget because the media conveniently leaves it out all the time when they're talking about Israel, Palestine. They just never mention the fact that Egypt shares a border with Palestine. And they're a Muslim country, by the way. And then there's this Irish dude, I think, or he's from the UK.
This is a genocide of a Muslim people by Zionists.
They can't hear you. They can't hear you. They're not hearing you. They can't hear you.
Please.
Look at the protesters. Not all heroes wear sleeves, guys. You should be wearing sleeves in Egypt, by the way. I mean, I've never been to a place, Egypt, where I was so head down, eyes averted, keep myself covered up, follow all the rules as I was in Egypt.
Yeah.
It is insane to go there and think that you can just behave like a normal Western person, male or female, especially female. They don't like mouthy broads in Egypt, okay? It's so funny to think of all of this as a mating dance. All that birds have to do is whistle. But after years of evolution in the West, in particular, humans have to travel to North Africa on humanitarian work in order to get pussy. That's the only reason this guy is down there yelling. The worst part is that it doesn't even work. It's all so performative. The protesters, whether it's for immigrants or for Gaza, always find a way to make it about themselves. They're on their little phones and they're like, I can't believe it. We're in these enclosed spaces. The leader of the Republicans is a narcissist, but the left as an entire party is an ideology of narcissism. While they didn't rescue one person from being deported, they did manage to rescue a wealthy senator who was tackled for 5 seconds last week.
I have questions for the secretary, because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your...
That was a news story that we aren't even going to bother covering because it's already out of the news, but they paid more attention to the senator who was tackled, the media and the protesters, than they do the even people that they are allegedly fighting for. The ideology of narcissism is the reason they're in such disarray. You can't please a party of narcissists. It's the reason they're all so miserable. These Dems would be more at home in the Republican Party, which is premised on self-interest. They're not trying to hide it behind "in this house we believe" or humanitarian nonsense.